Good morning, guys. Hey, Shaq, again, thank you for doing this. Good to see everybody again. Hey, listen, Irvine Valley College, we're excited about this group as opposed in contrast with Pick over at Cypress. We're the youngest group that we've ever had by far. Only have 4 returning sophomore guys, 2 of which actually didn't even play last year, had taken a year off. But that's a good thing, a lot of turnover. We had several guys, like Keith mentioned, move on to the 4-year school level. Sean Williams, our second baseman from last year, is at UC Santa Barbara. Connor Rhodes is at Cal State Northridge. Corey Tebow, Robbie Robinson are out of Valpo in Indiana. Reyes is at Cal State Bakersfield. So we're pretty proud of that fact, but it's left us very young. But it's a good group of guys. We did pretty well, we felt, at least in terms of finding and identifying guys out of the high schools locally that are going to fit well for Irvine Valley College. Not a bunch of standout guys. We don't have a lot of D1 bounce back guys. That's just not who we are. So we've had to find different ways to be successful. And we feel like the work ethic, the mentality of the guys are showing well right now. There's a good progression of growth. It's got to continue. Obviously, hearing the other clubs speak, we're going to have our work cut out for us as usual. But a couple unique aspects about this club I'd like to mention. We've added a new coach to our staff, Tony Capicelli. Many of you are familiar with him. He's a local, born and bred Orange County guy. Went to Edison High School, was a standout catcher there, set the Orange County career record for home runs. Went on to University of Nevada, Reno, helped them win a Big West Conference championship in 2000. He's coached in many different capacities the last several years, even internationally, high school level, youth camps, etc. So really excited to have him on board as a staff member. He'll work directly with the catchers, and he's just brought a lot of new, fresh ideas, fresh energy. And the guys are really responding to him. So excited to have him on board. By far, again, the youngest group that we've had. It's presented a challenge in some ways, like other coaches have mentioned, in terms of the experience. So we've had to do a lot of different things in terms of the practice plan, what we call pressure cookers or just situationals. So things are starting to weed themselves out in terms of guys and some separation. It would be getting way ahead of ourselves to start naming certain spots and who's won what position, even on the mound. We're not even there yet. The next 2.5 weeks are going to decide an awful lot. But again, the work ethic and I think the competitiveness with what's going on out there is something that we feel really good about as a coaching staff. We've got a lot of interchangeable parts, more than I think we've ever had, in terms of guys that can play multiple spots effectively, pitchers who can also play position. And what that's allowed us to do is keep our roster size down, which has been nice because with the youth, they've needed more reps. They've needed more one-on-one interaction with coaches. They've needed more of the situational type experience. So by far the smallest roster size, more interchangeable parts. I think we can show some multiple looks in terms of lineups and guys at certain positions depending on who we're playing. So that'll be unique. It'll be a situation we're going to have to be creative a little bit, but I think it does. It lends itself to us being a little bit more in tune with our guys' strengths, weaknesses, and what we need to work on. Like I said, I think it's going to get way ahead of ourselves at this point to start naming specific guys at specific spots. And with the interchangeable parts, I think that's going to just, that will shift depending on, again, who we're playing week to week. But some standout guys. Edgar Zamora from Beckman was a standout third baseman over there. We're excited to have him. Micah Gorman from Tesoro, a standout position player, third baseman, can play outfield as well. Benny Agradano from Catella, he's been strong. He's shown some good presence and even pop at the plate for a shortstop. Daniel Urbina from Pacifica, he's shown very well over at first base. Joel Lutz, actually from Canada, he's got some pop at the plate, and he's very, very loose and quick with the hands and feet around the bag. On the mound, Austin Alva is a guy that took a year off from Villa Park. He's a left-handed pitcher, smaller, but he's got some zip and can really PFP well. Mike Sinez is a returner, strong right-handed guy. Had some successful moments last year. He's had a lot of growth this year, a lot of maturity, so we're looking for some things from him. Cody Fitzgerald from Tesoro, left-hander, that can dip and dive it. He'll have to be crafty, but showing a lot of presence and tenacity on the mound. Cameron Slaw, good right-handed pitcher, fairly quick to the plate, and has some good effective off speed with a good two-seam run on the fastball. So we're happy to have him. But again, there's so much to be decided We're excited with the group and their mentality. It's a fun group to be around. Their energy is high. We certainly do not fancy ourselves to be a team that's going to set the Orange Empire on fire by any stretch. Like I said, unlike other clubs in this conference, we don't roll out a bunch of D1 bounce backs. We're going to have to find other ways to be successful, and we've done that in the past. We have to continue the progression of growth that we're showing, but we have reasons to believe that we're going to be competitive this year, so we're excited to get it going. And again, coaches, really appreciate the opportunity to compete with you, and have learned a great deal from you over the years. Thanks again.